She's one of the most recognizable landmarks that travelers encounter when they head west on I-94.
KX News' Guy Gregory drove to New Salem today to get a closer view of Salem Sue, the largest Holstein cow sculpture in the world that has stood as a symbol of the town for almost a half-century.
You know you're getting close to New Salem when you first see the town's most visible resident waiting patiently on the hill overlooking the town. Over the years, millions of travelers have seen her as they're cruising down Interstate 94.
At 38 feet high, Salem Sue has stood tall and proud, keeping a watchful eye on her town for almost 50 years.
Salem Sue is the world's largest Holstein cow sculpture and represents a long history of dairy farmers that helped build the town.
New Salem was settled in the late 1800s. Like Allen's farm and my farm were 1887, and it was a dairy from the beginning.
In the early 1970s, farmers, businessmen, and residents of New Salem wanted to erect a sculpture that would represent their town's rich dairy legacy.
One of the bankers in the bank was impressed with the amount of receipts that came into New Salem from the dairy. Because everybody mostly milked cows. And so he put some money in and decided we should build a cow.
And build a cow sculpture they did, with the help of around $40,000 in donations from the community. Klusman's father was at the dedication when the sculpture was completed in 1974. Klusman's friend Alan Tellman was a senior in high school when Salem Sue was put up on the hill, and he says at the time he didn't think his town needed to spend money on a huge cow statue.
We were teenagers when the cow went up. We didn't think it was a very good idea. We thought they could put something out there for kids rather than for a cow, but I think the teen center in Bowling Alley would have been long gone. And they made the right decision.
Designed by sculptor Dave Oswald, Salem Sue, made of fiberglass, weighs 12,000 pounds, and her legs are weighted down with cement. Tellman says that about every 6 to 7 years, she requires a cleaning.
We clean it up and paint it. They wash it off with acid and give her a fresh coat of paint about once every 6, 7 years. Yep.
Although most of the local dairies are now gone, Sue remains as a reminder of the town's proud past, where it was once a hub within the state's dairy industry.
Originally, she represented the dairy farmer and the dairy industry. Of course, that's not around much anymore. But I think she represents our community, the strength of a community.
For the past half century, Salem Sue has stood through many harsh North Dakota winters. She stands as a lasting symbol of a resilient town on the prairie. Reporting for KX News, I'm Guy Gregory.
Salem Sue is such a legendary cow. See what I did there? Tellman adds that the New Salem Lions Club is sponsoring a photo contest to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Salem Sue sculpture.
That is happening through June of next year. The top 3 photos will win a prize. To find out more about the contest and some facts behind Salem Sue, just go to our website, kxnet.com.